I'm Batman.
Well, we took a shower now.
Just go!
It was fun, right?
Now, we're gonna be frozen by the time we get back to the camper.
But that's when we have the fire.
So we're just coming down this road, guys. Look what we spotted.
This is a bear.
There's the old one, collapsed. Can we get up there? Sure.
This is bear hunt.
So they, you know what?
They bait the bears with that.
I was gonna say, that's the bear bait. This is where they rest. And the barrels are 25 yards away. And there's their burlap. So that's what that is. Well, I don't have a marker, but it'd be kind of good to sign it, eh?
Yeah.
JJ's out there. There you go. Last step. You did
I
it!
can go up high, but I can't come down easy.
Yeah, so they bait the bears. Ow! Son of a... I thought this was camp, but no, this is where they bait them.
They're usually chained up to a tree.
Yep.
So they take the barrel away with them. Ooh, the bite marks here.
Mm-hmm. The tires. Keep an eye on the tire on your side. I'm only halfway up my tire. Oh, now we're getting a little deeper.
Yeah, we're getting deeper. But it's still a rock down there.
Oh yeah.
What a shame.
Let me put this back. We don't need this guy anymore.
No, he's hurt.
Oh no.
He's hurt.
Oh, he's got a broken leg. You know, though, he might be all right, though. Look at him walk, right? Yeah, he's got a broken leg. What are we gonna do? I don't think he's gonna let me put a swing on it.
I'll sling you.
There's that puppy! There's that puppy!
Oh, my butt is so wet.
There you go. Emma, come here.
Oh,
Come here, honey. Emma, come here, honey. Emma!
Come
Come here, honey. You pull it. I can't. You pull it. Emma!
Here, let's go see your sister.
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, freaking.
What happened here?
There you go, puppy. Aha, yeah, puppy. All right. Oh, yeah, puppy. Good girl, puppy.
Raise the fire. Let me go there.
Okay. Like I'm soaked. Like
Oh, look at you.
Look what I mean. I'm soaked. My pant leg is soaked. This pant leg is soaked. I'm dry here and here. That's it. The rest is all fucking wet. Like all the way down to my boots. You didn't get that wet.
My underneath seems wetter than my top layer.
Okay. Can you guys see the bear paw right there? There and there. So he actually got up on this table. He put his paw. I gotta give this little table some credit there. Yeah, you should be able to see it fairly plain right there like that, guys. So he was actually up on this table, like his two front paws. So how much weight from a bear would have been on this table? It looked like a good-sized bear from the cams, which you would have already saw. Freaking mosquitoes. Would that be a 500-pound bear? I wouldn't doubt it. It's all a 500, even could be more. So this little table supported the front half of this bear. So that should be an advertisement for the table. Beautiful day here, guys, but I'll tell you something, which you've already saw if you've watched the video. The mosquitoes are just absolutely terrible. Like, I mean, if I stand out here, mosquitoes don't like the sun and don't like heat. So they're not as bad as what they were this morning. This morning, my windows were just absolutely covered. They're still out, but nothing like they were this morning. So I think most of them are looking for shelter. So there's my little cord, guys, from the last video when I was in Halfway Lake. She's all plugged in there. Working good. Some jugs of water. So what happened is when Jen went home, these were empty jugs, drinking water jugs. So Jen filled them up from her place, and I'm just going to put them in my fresh water tank. So possibly if I can convince her, I kind of hate doing that, but if I can convince her to, every time she comes to visit and, you know, she has to go home or whatever and come back again, grab some jugs and fill them up. I think I got another one that's almost empty now, so that'll be 6 jugs. If I can do that every once in a while, I'll be able to keep up with the tanks here for my showers. If I can convince her. Oh, come on. Who could say no to this face, so really? Guys, I can't make this shit up. Do you remember a couple episodes ago, maybe it was even it was about a couple ago, I said about my 3 things that keep haunting me? So yesterday about 6 p.m. Jen went home with the dogs. She has to work today. So I thought, okay, well, I'm going to probably leave this area tomorrow, but I'm just going to go on one more tour down the road here. I never checked out too many trails. We did yesterday, but I didn't check any more out. So I thought, okay, so I went down there, and about 2 kilometers down the road, I took a right and took another trail, which, you know what? Should have done it sooner. Beautiful. I went in about 1.5 kilometers, and there was a campsite, and somebody left a whole bunch of wood sitting there. So I thought, you know what, for my last night here, I might as well just have a little bit of a fire. So as I'm putting the wood in the side-by-side, I noticed his tire was looking a little bit on the soft side. Then I investigated, and I'm gonna have to move the tire up because I have a nail. I don't think it's leaking too fast, but I'm thinking if the rubber pops off the rim when I'm out there, I don't have a spare, and that would be a bad thing. So I just turned around and came back slowly, but you know me, guys. Perfect. Well, you can see the nail right there. Lovely. So guys, I actually do carry the tire repair kit with me on the machine here, because if I'm out there, get a flat tire, I can repair it out there. And if I have it on the truck or the trailer, well then obviously the ATV is in the back. But the reason why I didn't, A, is I was 2 kilometers from here, and B, all I have in here to pump this thing up is a bicycle pump right here. So this is what I carry with me, and I thought, well, you know what, I'm not going to sit there and be out there for half an hour or 3/4 an hour pumping this tire up. I'm going to just come back here where the air compressor is actually in the truck. So I'll just repair it here and then just use the air compressor to pump it up. If it was an emergency, then yeah, I'll do it out there. But I was only, like I said, about 2 kilometers away from here, so I'll just come back and use the 12-volt air compressor. Oh well. Well, that took me all of 15 seconds to fix. I just put the air compressor right on the 12 volts on the machine and put the plug in. I'm going to trim it in a second here. I just want to throw some soapy water on there. That's the kit right there. I didn't honestly show you guys me doing this, because if you've been watching this channel for a while, oh, now I've already fixed more flats than here in tires. So anyways, it didn't take much to go through this rubber, though, I'll tell you. She's not as tough as a truck tire is, that's for sure. But yeah, that'll be my luck for sure. So that's the nail right there, and it almost looks like it. I'm thinking of a pallet, and that's one thing you got to kind of watch out for is a lot of these fires, right? People bring out pallets and they throw a pallet in there, and then all of a sudden there's a bunch of nails laying all over the place. But I've come across fire pits before where there's just nothing but nails. So, I mean, could I? Who knows? I could have picked it up down at that other spot while I was camping. I could have picked it up in the last 2 days exploring, going to different, you know, I stopped at different places where people were camping and stuff. I could have picked it up there for all I know. I could have picked it up here. Who knows? Anyways, that's the culprit right there. And like I said before, I carry, so like I said, what I always do is I carry a 4-ton jack. So it's on this side. That's it right there in the case. And so I carry the 4-ton jack here. I carry the 12-volt power pack here, like if I need a boost. I carry the tire repair kit. And I got my electric chainsaw. And on this side here, I carry the tire iron, a little tool kit, the wires, the remote for my winch. Tire iron is right there. And if you want to watch that episode that I put the spare tire on, I used it for the first time. And so I keep it all in here. And the reason why I keep it on the machine is if I'm away from the truck and the trailer, I don't want to have to put everything in there all the time. But I always know that if I'm in the truck and get a flat, well, I already know where my side-by-side is. It's in the trailer behind me. So that's why I do it that way. And I could have, like I said, I could have fixed it out there on the trail, but all I got is a bicycle pump. And yes, of course, I could have pumped it up, but I would have been there for an hour. And I don't know if you still see these bugs all around here. They're still stupid crazy. So anyways, it shouldn't be surprising that I got a flat. So I'm just leaving the site that we've been at for the last probably week now, I guess, since we left the halfway lake. Heading on to the 700 right now, and we'll be making my way to Jess's shop, my niece's shop. If you don't know, she has a health food store, and Jen is her manager, and Jen also does live blood analysis. So she does that there, plus she's the manager of the store, while Jess is usually with patients. So anyways, back on 16 kilometers to get out of here, like I said, and then heading over. I'm going to go probably and get my results for my ultrasound. The bugs, guys, are absolutely, now these monsters about this big are coming out. I don't even know what the hell they are. But mosquitoes are still, my truck right now is full of mosquitoes. I had to hook up everything this morning with my little mesh jacket, I guess you'd call it, with the hood on it, that Jen gave me, just because if not, there's no way. I tried to go out this morning for like 2 minutes, and I was just absolutely covered in mosquitoes. So just the truck telling me to put my seatbelt on, but yeah, we're doing 20 kilometers an hour on this road for 16 kilometers, so I'm not going to worry about my seatbelt right now. But anyways, yeah, it was fun with the side-by-side exploring these logging roads all over the place here. There's still so many to explore. Beautiful area, except right now it's bug season, and bug season is not fun. Okay guys, just leaving Sudbury, and I don't think I'm going to go all the way to Goderich tonight. It's about a 5.5 hour drive, 6 hour drive for me, so, and it's already 4:30, so it'll be 11 o'clock by the time I get there, so there's no use. I'm going to go halfway or something. Actually, I don't even know where I'm going to stop tonight, so it'll be just one of my usuals. It definitely got pretty warm today, that's for sure. I think I got up to 26 or 27. 18 tonight, I believe. I'll be kind of happy if I don't see any mosquitoes, let's put it that way. 69, Toronto. Well, we're going to be taking 69, but we're not going to Toronto, that's for damn sure. Just left Mile Bay. I stayed at the local arena. Beautiful, quiet night. No mosquitoes, not one bug. Had the windows open. Perfect, absolutely perfect sleep. Just heading to Auburn. I'm gonna go to the Auburn campground. So I'm gonna stop at the campground in Auburn. It's called Riverside Retreat, and get a spot there. I haven't decided yet. I'll find out what their deals are, but probably for at least 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even the month, and then just go from there. Beautiful morning. I think it's like 20 degrees right now. Love it. Not hot, not cold, not humid, and no bugs. I love driving out in the country and taking my time. I'm doing like 70 kilometers an hour and just taking my time. Beautiful. way to Stratford to Camp Out RV to pick up that gasket for this AC unit. They have one in stock, so and then heading over to the shop, and hopefully now. So the lady at the parts department sent me a picture, and when I zoomed in on this picture, and I'm going to put it on the channel here, it looks like instead of taking a piece of, so it's 14 inches square, and instead of taking a piece that big and cutting the hole in it, it looks like they take strips like this and then they glue the 4 pieces together to make a square. I'm thinking, well, that's a cheap way of doing it. So I'm kind of thinking in my mind, when it loosened up a little bit in the vibration and everything, if one of those seams broke apart, and that's why no matter, even though I did tighten it up a little bit, it still leaked. I won't know obviously until I take the unit off, but I'm thinking that's what it is. So anything to save a buck and make a buck, right? Guarantee if it was made back in the 70s and 80s, it would have been a solid piece of foam that they cut. Now it's like, well, how can we do this cheaper? We'll just take strips and glue them together. There we go. And then we'll charge them 4 times more. It's going to be a warm one today and fairly humid, southwestern Ontario, right? So that's humidity, but the air quality is not that great because of these fires out west. So hopefully they get these things under control. It's not even fire season yet. This is crazy. Well, just arriving at Camp Out RV, the parts, so the main lot is behind me, and if you want service or parts, it's this lot. So this is where we're going to go to pick up the gasket. All right, guys, made it back to the shop and picked up this gasket. I heard that they make a better one than this one. They make one that's almost like a neoprene, where this one's just like a foam. What I did notice is on the edges, it's not made out of one single piece. They glue the sections together. So to me, there's a fault right there waiting to happen, right? You got a heavy AC unit and Rhodes vibration, and it can easily rip one of these corners apart. So let's get in there and disconnect the inside, and then we're gonna grab the lift, because I mean, that's how I wired this shop, is with that lift right there. So that's gonna be pretty damn handy to use to get up on the roof here. But anyways, let's get at her, because she ain't gonna fix herself. I will shut the breaker off for the AC unit just to make things safe. That's how long these bolts are. So I brought a blanket up with me that if I wanted to do flip that AC unit up on its back, I can set it up on top of there. But anyways, well guys, there's the hole. And if you look right here, this spacer here was laying here like this instead of up on here. So what's supposed to happen is when they install it, they're supposed to put brackets like this, like spacers, so that way it's not pushing in on the hole. It's being supported by the sides here. Well, if that let go, then that means that's going to tip down and put a lot of stress right in the opening, right on this thing here. So, and you can see where this side here looks good.
This side here looks really compressed. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a lip. Where on this side here, there's nothing. So obviously something wasn't sitting correctly. So I gotta get rid of all this gasket and clean this all up, of course. And they gave me more, that spacer gasket, so I'm gonna have to put some pieces up here. Anyways, she's the point of, it's definitely the point of no return now. Surprise, surprise, guys, I gotta show you something here. So there's it's 14 by 14 hole. So there it is right here, okay? You're gonna see this one pad here, and it's right at the back of the 14 by 14. So there's the 14 by 14 there, and you can see where this pad rests, okay? There's ribs here on the top of the roof for support. Look at the pad on the other side where it's located. So it's not located in the same spot as this one. It should be right there. No, it's up here. Well, guess what? It's in the hollow part of the frickin' roof. That's why there was no support. You can tell where this one was sitting. There was nothing on this side. This pad was in the air. So this unit here was sitting strictly on that hole, and that's why this side of this gasket is so compressed. It's so, like, it's been so squished down because of that. Instead of having the pad on these ribs that are meant for support, it's been sitting directly on that hole, and that gasket's been taking the entire weight. So, and that was right from the factory. Unbelievable. So yeah, they didn't measure. Well, they did on this side. You can see where they put this pad, and you can see that right there on the fiberglass. It's all cleaned off here because the pad sits on it. Nothing on this side. It's all dirt because the pad was in this area here, and you can tell from that side to this side. This pad here should have been mounted right beside this bolt here, right from day one. Unbelievable. Anyways. So guys, I got this old gasket off, but let me show you something else here I found. So this was laying just basically like this. And these grooves are actually right in the fiberglass, which are these right here. So what they did is they put some kind of, like, this is just sitting there. So, but some kind of support that would sit, and you can see where it sat, but obviously not high enough, because those grooves were touching and they're going through the fiberglass here. So I'm not 100% sure why they wouldn't have just put a piece across here. I know it's got a drain out of these holes, but even if they just put one thin piece of this stuff across there like that, it'll still drain out here, but it'll keep these grooves up off this. So this is already digging into the fiberglass, and I noticed a mark here, which I can only assume is one of these bolts, and from the distance there, from there to there, I'm assuming this head here of this bolt is actually puncturing the fiberglass. But for another reason, why? Is because the pad that was supposed to support it, like this side, so this one's too far ahead. There should be a pad like that there. Basically the same distance as that one there is, but across. That would keep this head off this fiberglass. Unbelievable. So now I got to get this thing all cleaned up here, and then I see a crack right there. I don't know what that could in the future, whether or not I do have water running in that crack, and that's actually how it's getting into the camper. God, I hope not. Anyways, unbelievable. All right, guys, this is what I got done so far here. So I used the epoxy marine filler and filled in some of that hairline crack that was over here. I also put some spray foam in here. There was a gap in there. I still don't like the way this dips down right here. There's a little bit of a hollow spot. It's pretty well straight across except for right here. I don't know if that's where it's coming in, but I also placed the pads where they should be placed to be sitting on these ribs, just like this one was. So now that one will be on that side over there. So anyways, I'm ready to just place this back down on top and we'll see how it fits. Okay, now I gotta go down and center it with the hole, make sure it's center, and then I'll come back up here and see if I can see anything around the edges. Yeah, the gasket there, so I gotta slide the whole unit that way. I'm pretty close to side, I just gotta slide it back. All right, I'm just gonna go back up there. It's I got it now. I know it's gonna be hard to see in here, guys. There's not much light, but I got it perfectly level now, but I still got a bit of a gap here. Now I know the bracket in the middle will pull that up and pull this down, but I want to go up there and make sure. I want to go up and make sure where I put those pads on those ribs that they're actually touching and doing something. There's no use clamping it down to find out the AC unit's still not being supported on those brackets. Like it came from the factory. I'm gonna put some Loctite, I got some blue Loctite. I only need about this much of the rod, so I don't wanna put the Loctite on too soon. Then again, okay, so I gotta, first is I gotta put the wire, the electrical back on. There we go. Plug the harness back in. It goes up to the unit up top. All right, so like I said, guys, where it goes into the top, these are made for if you have a really thick ceiling, right? But I only need about that much thread, so that's where I'm gonna start putting this little bit of Loctite on there without trying to spill this stuff all over the place. So there it is right there, guys. Get this back up here. There it is there. Get my drill. Just to hold it there. Next one. Let's put him in the back here. So there's only 3 bolts that actually hold this unit on. I never actually checked to see if they forgot some or what, but anyways, that's all that was in it, so that's all I'm putting back in it. And now I can't, oh yeah, there it is. You can see I can't see where the other one goes. Now I'm sure there's a torque that you're supposed to use, which I don't know what it is. I just want to, man, oh man, oh, there we go. Okay, so it did bring up that a little bit. You definitely do not want to over torque your gasket here. So, but I'm just going to give them just a smidget more of a snugger upper. Okay, I feel a little bit of a bulge with the gasket, not much. There we go. Let's take a look at that gasket all the way around. It's got a nice little bulge to it, but not lots. Now what I have noticed is the sides are bulging more. On both sides are bulging more than both ends. So obviously the center of the camper here is lower than these 2 ridges here. But I'm kind of going off the end ones. I gotta compress that gasket a little bit. So if the sides get compressed a little bit more, I really can't help that. That's it. So I'm just going to hook up the electrical, guys, but I am not going to put the cover on. It's supposed to rain tonight, or should I say first thing in the morning, about 2 or 3 in the morning it's supposed to rain. So I'm just going to leave it like this just to see what it looks like after it rains. And I'll tell you, if I got that leaking going on here, I'm going to be a happy person. You might hear some new words from me. Well, guys, you know what? I think that's going to be it for this video. I'm at the shop actually at Jared's here, so I'm going to probably pack up. Today's Sunday, so sorry it didn't come out Friday, but I wanted to finish this off. I had to let that epoxy cure. I'm probably going to head back to the campground tonight. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this one. And as always, be good, be kind, be careful. We'll see you guys down the road. Bye-bye.
I think it's time for me to go.